Hello everybody and welcome to Erica's World of Colors. My name's Erica and today I am going over all of my coloring supplies, everything that I own, like coloring wise. So let's start off with my unknown gel pens. All right, so these were my first gel pen purchase. Unfortunately, I don't remember what the brand is, but it was one of those really big 100 color, there might be more than 100 in here, but there's like the fluorescent, there's glitter. I had them in a container, in like a pencil case, all like lined up, but I needed it for my other gel pens that are better quality. So I have these in here for now. They will go in a case when I get one. They don't all work. For those of you who know, probably it's the same for you as well, but they don't all work that well. So let me swatch a few for you guys. Let's get a glitter one. You see, this one's not really working that well either. So it's like a really hit or miss. I mean, I'm sure I can maybe clean the tip and try to get it working, but like this one's okay, but you can see that it's kind of scratchy. So when you're trying to like color in, like it doesn't work that great. So I will not be repurchasing these. I don't even know where they are anyways. Ah, see, this one works well. So it depends. If I'm missing a color or if I need like something specific, I can maybe like look through here if I need. All right, so that was with my gel pens. We shall put them over here. The next thing I want to show you are my Belleza Suprema. Hold on, it's a big box. All right, so these are the Belleza Suprema 160 pack. They come in this really nice case. They have like the little squares on the inside. Let me show you. So I actually was very impressed with these because when I got my Ohuhu ones, the colors are very, very vibrant. Here we go. So they come in these like square containers and they have like little slots and you can put them out if you're working or whatever. So I thought that that was really neat. So I really like that part of it. And they're very bright, the colors. Oops. It's a nice case with a zipper. It has like a handle, even has like a strap if you need to carry them around. It's kind of a pain, so I don't really carry it around, but oops. So there's it's a bullet nib and chisel. And they're very juicy. I like the way that they color. Let me just show you. I've been using this one, so maybe this isn't a good example. Let me show you a nice deep violet. Yeah, see? The colors are very vibrant. I really like how they, oh, let me show you. I have oh, there it is. I made my own color swatch. And here it is. So at least you get to see all of the colors. So this is all of them. And yeah, I really like them actually. I like the Ohuhu. Let's look at them now actually, because they're very similar. So these are the Ohuhus that I got. So in my last video actually, in my haul, I ordered these and I kind of did a quick comparison to the Belleza, and they are slightly different. But what I did notice is when I didn't swatch them. The swatches are not necessarily in order by color family. They're a little bit in order, but not completely. But when I swatched them, I'm gonna actually swatch them in another. Maybe I'll do the same thing that I did with the Belleza, because I feel like, you know, I put all the colors all together, and but if you look at the difference, I mean, they're very similar. They're very, very similar. But I found that, like, the brightness, I don't know, I feel like there's more bright colors on here, like in the blues. You see? Oh, sorry, I wasn't on camera. So the blues, there seems to be a lot more like green blues. I mean, maybe it's just because they're not all together. But this is what I mean, like when you swatch them and they're all over the place, it's hard to see like how many of one type of color you have, and when you want to look for a specific one, it's hard to find. So I like to have them all together. So I'm gonna do this with the Ohuhu ones and then see what happens. But let me just show you two of them so that you can see the difference, because that's one thing when I watch other people's videos is when they're showing their markers, I want to see them like on paper. So let's have a look. Let's pick out, oops, sorry about that. Let's do like a blue-green. I don't know, I like blue-green. It makes me think of mermaids. Okay, so see, this one's very dark. Let's see, this is a turquoise. So they're similar but different. So bullet, I feel like you have a lot of control with the bullet. With the Ohuhu, it's the brush and the chisel. It's a different style. Obviously, a brush tip, you can do different strokes. So when you're coloring, it's just a bit less light when you're doing the stroke. It's more harsh at the top. But honestly, I like the bullet nib for certain things that I'm doing, and I like the brush tip for other things. Like, I really like the brush tip for, let's say, doing a type of blending, or maybe like an animal where you're doing like the hairs or hair, like chibi girls and things like that. But honestly, they're very comparable. At first, I thought that the Belleza were more like it would bleed more, but I am a complete beginner, so I'm learning as I go, and I'm finding a different technique when I'm doing my blending. Now, when you're coloring with these in Amazon paper, you can't layer too much, otherwise it does bleed over the lines. So I'm kind of finding my own technique. I can show you in another video on how I color, my color by numbers or my Amazon colorings with the blending, because I do a lot of blending. I love blending with markers. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so I will definitely show you guys in future videos. Now, if I start to cough, I do apologize. I had a cough drop because I have a little bit of a cough. I'm getting over a little cold. So I thought I'd make it through the video, but doesn't seem like it. All right, so those were the alcohol markers. So, oh my gosh, I don't have enough space, so I'm gonna put this on the floor. Hold on 1 second. I'm not editing this video, so please bear with me. All right. Okay, so my next item that I want to show, I also showed in my last video, which is my Crayola Super Tips. And I actually swatched them in my book and I put them in this case. And so it looks like this case is not big enough for all of my Crayola Super Tips. And the reason why I used this case is because the other case that I have, it's too short, so the markers are too long. And so I have to figure something out. So I have like extra ones up here. But what I did is I colored them with I put a number. I numbered them. I put them all by color, and I numbered them with a alcohol marker, the brush tip, the Ohuhu brush tip, the black. And then I put a piece of tape so that it wouldn't rub off. But then I ran out of tape, so I have a bunch that are starting to rub off. So I'm gonna have to get some more tape so that they don't rub off. But that's the only thing that I don't like about the Super Tip, is that they don't come with any color names or color numbers. But I use these for my color by numbers. My color by numbers that have like the Disney ones, where they're double-sided, or some of the double-sided coloring books that have the thicker paper, because these, depending on the paper, they can bleed through. So yeah, I really like the color combinations, the color swatches. There's a lot of different ones, so I'm gonna show you. So these are all of them. Excuse me. All right, so this is the book that I received, that I bought from Amazon, and it's where I put all my color charts. Whoops. So eventually, I guess I'll put this in here, but this one is nice to have like all in one page. But it's also nice to have all of the, okay, so this is the Ohuhu. Let's go to the, all right, so Crayola Super Tips. And it also came with 20 silly cents. So they're like Crayola Super Tips that have like a smell. They came with like a bonus of 20, which was really cool. I have the box. Let me show you. So this was the box. I'll link it down below if you guys want to purchase it on Amazon. So you get the 100 colors, and then you get 20 extra smelly ones. So the smelly ones, I started putting the names, but then I didn't, so I don't know which ones they are out of here, but there are some different colors. But there are similars, like the one, which is the cherry one, is very similar to the 3. So on here, this would be the 1, Silly Scent, and then the 3, so it's similar. But the color of the caps does not coincide to the color of the actual color. So that's why it's nice to have this book. And I find this book, like, no, you don't necessarily see all the colors in one page, but the squares are pretty large, so you really get an idea of what the color looks like on like a large area. So it's really nice to match up with your color by number books, and makes it easy. So yeah, I did it by rainbow, and then the browns and the grays. And these are my colors of the world. Let's move on to that, I guess. So I bought these because a lot of the times, especially for like Disney books, I mean, I don't own any Disney books yet, but I'm planning on it. But the only Disney book, well, sort of Disney book that I have is the Star Wars. And sometimes, one moment, I need to get a... Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I didn't realize that it would be so difficult to make this video. I have a new channel and there's only 2 videos up, and I've been wanting to film for so long. And with the kids being up late and then me going to bed early because I didn't feel well, makes it very difficult. So I do apologize for that. I had to drink some water and get another lozenge for my throat. So hopefully I can get through this. All right, so I was saying that I do have a Star Wars color by number. I guess it's like a coloriage mystère, like a mystery color. And sometimes there is faces. And so I got this Crayola World of Colors. I would have liked them to be in like the super tip size, but these are okay too. They do have like a pointy tip, so it does work well. And this is, there's 24, so they all fit in one page. And I really like it. I really like the colors. I feel like it gives you a really big choice of skin tones. So there's very light almond to darker almond, medium, deep, extra deep. And then there's extra light almond. It's almost like a white. Then you have the light rose, medium rose, deep rose, and extra deep rose. So I guess it's like more of like a pinky brown, like a more reddish brown. And then you have golden, light, medium golden. And then extra deep golden. And then here, this one's more of like an almond, the deepest almond. So it's kind of like, I guess more a yellow. It's more a yellowy tint, but I love it. I think it's great. I haven't colored with them yet, but I just swatched them this week, and they're very cool. I'm excited to use them in my color by number. I'm gonna get some Disney ones as well. All right, on to the next. My Ohuhu. Okay, so this is the Ohuhu Watercolors. The water-based, I mean, not watercolors, but water-based. So they're not alcohol. And what I like about these is that they come already like in these like sleeves, so you can kind of take them out and look for them like that. I left them in order by number so that I can find them, but what I did is I took the time and I put them in order by color, rainbow color, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown, and then the grays and the skin tones and the light sandy colors. So they come, let me show you. So they come double tip. It's a brush tip, and then a fine tip. So these are really good for color by number that have like a lot of detail. So for those of you who are familiar, if you're trying to do color by number with alcohol markers and the space is really tiny, you're gonna bleed over the lines, and sometimes the detail won't show as much. So these are really good for that, especially in the books where they're double-sided. So if it's a thicker type of paper, it won't bleed through. It depends on the paper. Like this paper, you see it bled through on the other side. So it really depends. You can test out your coloring book beforehand and see if it would work. But there's a nice option of colors, and let me just show you quickly. I mean, you can see it here, but let's color. Whoops. So it has a nice vibrancy to the colors. Depending on which color it is, it'll saturate the paper more. I found when I was doing the swatching, sometimes it saturates it a little bit more, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's more streaky depending on the type of color, but we all know that water-based markers are more streaky. But they all have their purpose, right? So I really like this this set. Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna put them back. And we're off to the next set that I own. These are Castle Arts color pencils. Apologize. All right. All right, let's see. Okay, so some of them are missing because I am in the middle of a project, a whip, and I haven't finished swatching them, but I did a lot of them. I am not a color pencils expert. I only own Crayola and Castle Art, so I've never used any of the other brands yet. Maybe I will. I'm more of a marker girl. But my husband got these for me for Christmas, and I like them. I feel like it's a very nice set. It comes with a book that has tutorials, like step 1, step 2, step 3, how to sharpen them, different, like how to hold the pencil. So I feel like there's like color theory. So I think for a beginner, this is like really good. How to shade, getting to know like light and the shadows. So I thought this was really cool. I like this little book. Different strokes. So yeah, I really like this. I don't have a lot of comparisons, so I can't tell you more than that they seem great, and can't complain. I've only colored one drawing with them. It's one of my whips, and I'm not finished yet because these do take very long to color with. Now, I'm a perfectionist, so I don't straight color with color pencils. I like to do like all the shading and different blendings and this and that, and I like to watch tutorials, so it takes me forever. But I really do like them. All right, next. So I purchased the Ice Cream Smooth Jelly Roll 74 pack. So this is the container that it came in. I've moved them to a different case. I just wanted to show you. These are the swatches of all the colors. So you've got this, it's like a shadow. These are like the shadow colors. Then you've got the glitter. They call it the Stardust. And then you've got the Moonlight. Apparently they glows in under UV light, but they're kind of very fluorescent-y. And then you have the Metallic, and then you have the classic colors. So far, I really, really like these gel pens. They work way better than my other gel pens. So I'll show you the case that I put them in. So this is a case that I found on Amazon. I will try to link this case down below if I can remember. So this is the case I originally wanted to put my super tips, but the super tips, let me just show you. They're like super long, and so they don't fit in the case. So I had these in the other case, and they fit in very well, but then I had nowhere for my super tips. But now they don't fit. I mean, they fit lengthwise in the other case, but I'm gonna have to find another case because I don't like having like extra markers with no home. Plus this case holds more than what is there. So, I mean, I still have room, but I think that there's more of the jelly rolls that I would like to get. I think that there's the glaze. I don't really know much of the other kinds, but maybe there's other kinds that I could get. So yeah. For those of you who don't know how they write, I will, where is my paper? All right, sorry, I keep knocking. Let's get a fresh page. Okay, so let's get a glitter, a shadow, a classic, and a moonlight. Just so we can see. So this would be a metallic. So you see they're very smooth. I haven't had any issues. I don't know if you can see. I haven't had any issues with the pens not working. And the ones that I have had issues with, a little bowl of warm water, and you just kind of like hit the pen inside the water and it works fine after. This one here is the shadow, I think. But yeah. Oh, I didn't get a glitter one. Let me get the glitter. I think this is the glitter one. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see the blue glitter. Anyways, I absolutely love these. So these are quite expensive. So it's actually more worth it to buy the 74 pack. I think I paid $90 for the 74 pack. So you're saving like quite a bit rather than getting the smaller packs with the individual colors. But I think the glaze, you have to buy those separately. But at least in this pack you get the metallic, the classics, the moonlight, the stardust, and then the shadow, the silver shadow and the gold shadow, which makes nice effects on some of the colorings. Put these in here. We'll put them away after. Next. All right, so these I bought at my local art store here in Quebec, in Montreal, Canada. And I thought these were on sale, so I was like, oh, these are cute. They look like nice colors, but they're really not that great. No wonder they were like under $10. So they're water-based ink, but they break up the paper so fast. Let me try to get like a purple color, something we can see, or a blue. Get them out. There we go. Okay, so it's one-sided. They seem fine, but then like I guess it depends on the color. Like this one seems fine, but already like I can feel the paper kind of like being saturated. And I haven't swatched them yet. Here, let me get another one. Maybe like a lighter one. Okay, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. It must have been the paper, but yeah, you see, like I'm barely coloring and already the paper's coming apart. So, whereas the super tips, you can layer maybe 1 or 2 layers and it's fine. So these ones, I guess there's extra water in them, which causes the paper to not accept and start breaking up, and it goes right through. So if it's this, well, this is thin paper, but depending on what kind of paper that you're coloring on, it might go through. But I will eventually swatch these and they will be part of my, I guess, color catalog, but I would not buy these again. So I guess they're the brand of the store. It's called Belleza. And that's that. Not that impressed with these. Super tips are way better. Next. Oh yeah, my crayon. I saw these on sale at one of our grocery stores, and I don't have the box it came in, but it comes with, I think, 120 or something colors. And what I loved about this is that it comes with like a little sharpener, and I've never seen this for crayons before. Is there some? Oh, I guess the kids. I think the kids already tried to use it. But yeah, it comes with like a little sharpener to sharpen the crayons. And then in these crayons, I found like some metallic, like a metallic crayon. So I actually used this in one of my backgrounds, and I blended it with baby oil. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a little bit metallic, like a kind of like a shimmery gold. The camera doesn't pick it up. Oh yeah, a little bit. So I like to use crayons when I'm doing big backgrounds, and it's like a large space, like a sky, and it just makes it easier. And I don't have that much experience. I've only tried blending with the baby oil and my nibs. Hold on, let me show you. These things. It comes with different sizes. I found them on Amazon. I'll link them down below if you guys are interested. But yeah, so you get like a little jar of baby oil. I'll show you the baby oil that I have. And you first color your background. Then you take one of these. You dip it in the baby oil. You don't want to use too much. And then you start blending your background, your crayon background. And the baby oil kind of makes the color a little bit less white. and it blends well together. Here, let's try. Okay, I'm going to do two sides so you can see the difference. Okay. And then what I saw somebody do is you can get a sandpaper and then you can sand it so you can always reuse it. All right, I have a dish in case it, oops, I keep hitting the camera. My setup is not ideal. Can you tell I'm a newbie? All right, so I've just dipped the tip of it in the baby oil. All right, so I'm going to blend this one here. You have to have patience, like anything. Okay. So just think about if you're doing a background. Now, in person, you can see the difference. So I'm gonna like bring it up. So you see how this one here, you still have like a lot of the white in behind? And like you can see the streaks. So when you're making a big background, you're gonna see these lines. But as soon as you start blending with the baby oil, it kind of all just meshes together and creates this really nice green color. You know, and then you can use any shade you want. So if you want it lighter, like a light blue for like a blue sky, or this is a really cheap way. I really like it. And then with this, I mean, these aren't too expensive, so you can get a bunch of these. But you can take a sandpaper and you just sand this paper off and then reuse it. Works very well. So that was super fun. All right, next on my list. Oh yeah, I have these. These are my big intensities. I don't have that many. I've seen people with like huge collections, but I love these. These are like permanent markers, but like super fine. Like these are the extra fine, I think. And super small spaces. So if you're doing a color by number with small spaces and you want to color, these are great. They do go through on the other side, but if you want, but they don't bleed like over the lines. They're very fun to do, like intricate mandalas. Yeah, so I've started collecting the different colors and I really like these. So I have these like on my, this is my desk, but it's actually the dining table. But I just keep them here, and whenever I need to reach for them, they're here. My last, oh yeah, I have Crayola pencils, but they're in like a box and the kids use them all the time, so I don't really I don't really feel like showing them to you because who wants to see dirty old Crayola pencils? So I have these. Now they're very used because the kids were using them out in the street as chalk, and they actually had a lot of fun with them. The colors are very, very vibrant on the street compared to like real chalk. So if you guys have children, pastels are not expensive and they're super fun to color on the street with. They're very, very bright, the colors. But these I also use for backgrounds. I usually kind of color around and then I blend with my finger. So I'll show you an example. So let's say you wanted to do a blue sky. So you would just do the edge like that, and then with your finger you blend. Now you don't have to use your finger. You can use like a little brush or like a makeup sponge or even a what's it called, a cotton ball. But I feel like it makes a really nice effect because it will go like from dark to light, so you can really make nice backgrounds. You will have it on your fingers though, but a little bit of water, it comes right off. So I really love soft pastels. I don't have that much experience with them besides doing like a little background and rubbing it out, but I'm definitely gonna be buying some more and testing them out on more coloring pages. I got this, I don't even know, from a friend at Christmas many years ago. So I don't know where it's from, but you can type in soft pastels on Amazon and find a whole bunch of different ones. And last but not least, I picked myself up some Copic markers just the other day as a gift to myself. I'm very intimidated with faces. I have some coloring books that I have never colored in before because I don't know where to start. I'm like, I don't know, what if I screw up the face? And like, you know how if you're a perfectionist, you're wanting everything to be perfect. I know that it's not the case, so I have to always keep reminding myself. So I said I am going to buy the Copic. These were on sale actually. These 6 for $29, and then I bought these separately. They were $6 each at my local craft art store. So I have not used them yet. I've swatched them really quickly. I can show you. I mean, it's not the right paper for it, but I'll show you like the darker one. So this one also has the chisel and the brush, but I mean, I compared it with the Ohuhu brush marker, and wow, what a difference. But like any alcohol marker, and this is what I realized, they bleed a lot. So I think that all alcohol markers bleed. I mean, and when I say bleed, I mean run like over the lines. Depending on how many layers you put, there's obviously, you need special paper. But who has, you know, the time or the patience or the printer to print out every single paper or every single coloring book, like printing out or photocopying, and it doesn't come out. Like, to me, it's like, unless you have the PDF version and you want to print it out from online or whatever, and then you buy your special paper and you put it in your printer, that's one thing. But for somebody like a beginner, like, we're not going to do that every time, right? So I think that, I mean, if you're a professional, the Copic markers. And if you're using the paper, the Copic markers are like amazing. But I think it comes down to the technique. So let's, just for fun, let me get one of the Ohuhu ones, just to kind of get the difference. I'll try to get like the same color. It won't be, but I just grabbed something in the similar color. It's not the same color, but similar. Okay, so let's. So you see, Ohuhu is harsher. It's a harsher stroke. Copic, it's very soft. And you can feel it when you're doing, how can I explain it? They're more juicy. These are more juicy. More ink comes out. Whereas these, you have more control over how much ink comes out by the stroke and like the flick and a little bit of pressure. And so even on like regular paper, I think that these can be used. I mean, I'm sure a lot of professional artists are going to be like, don't use these on Amazon paper, you're going to ruin them. But I mean, if you're a beginner and you're not going to use them as often and you're going to use them for specific things, I say whatever, it's fine. But like I said, I am not a professional. But I'm really excited to try my faces with these and see what happens. Future videos to come. All right, I think this is it. Did I forget anything? Oh, one last thing. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys my, okay, so at night, sometimes I color. Sometimes if I'm with my kids, or if sometimes I'm in bed and I color. So if you guys wanna see what I use, so, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like a, okay, so there's a light. So I use this light, and you can plug it in and charge it with like a regular, I think it's like an Android charge. Anyways, it's a great little light. You can dim it or make it really bright. And it's portable, and it clips onto the side. And then here has like a lap, like I guess it's like a lap desk for coloring. And I love it because it adjusts. It has like a little like lip here to hold your book, or you can even use it for your computer or iPad. But it also has like a thing here that can, so you can have like it on an angle so that you can do your coloring. And then I just clip this on underneath like that, and then I have my light, and I'm all set to color. So this is what I use. I will try to link one in down below, but you can find these if you look up what are they called? Lap desk, lap pad. You'll be able to find it, but I'll try to link one because I tried finding it, the one that I bought, but this was a few years ago when I was using this for diamond painting. But I find it very useful. And then one last little thing that I find very useful is this. So I found this at the dollar store. I think it's for makeup, but I use it for coloring. So if I'm using color pencils or markers, not markers, crayons, that's what I meant to say. I'm getting tired. You can just clean off your page, and I find it really pretty and sparkly and pink. And my kid, my youngest son, always steals it and squishes the top. But it was only $4 at the dollar store, so I can just buy another one. But yeah, I found this really cute. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you're new, I usually should probably say this at the beginning, but if you're new, welcome to my channel. I will be posting videos on coloring. I'm gonna also have tutorials on blending markers, using color by number, because when I first started, I was looking for those, and so I'm gonna provide those for people that, you know, are beginners and they want to have maybe a more professional looking color by number instead of just plain coloring. So I will be doing some of those. So please subscribe and click the like button in case you forgot, and also leave me a comment and let me know, you know, what kind of videos do you guys like to watch. I know I love watching finished pages, so I will be doing my January finished pages. That'll be the next video I film, probably tomorrow. And then with that being said, I hope you guys have a great evening or day or whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!